Welcome to everybody on Twitch. Facebook is starting up, so we'll see how well that continues to go here in just a little bit. Welcome. It is Friday. We are at the end of the week and could not come soon enough. It's been very busy around here for the entire week. Kind of glad to see that everything has led to the weekend and looking forward to not that much going into the rest of the forecast into the weekend. So we're looking at some quieter conditions out there, so definitely some good news on that, and also seeing again the potential for less in the way of problems for the weekend. We do have a lot of rainfall out there right now. We'll take a look at the forecast, which will give us the potential for some more rain toward the end of this next week. Just give me 2 seconds here. Had to make certain that we are at the end of the week. Okay, just wanted to make certain the audio is working on there, because unfortunately sometimes it does not work. So we do have again the potential for sounding like I'm talking into a coffee can. So want to make certain that that is working for tonight. It is. Hope you've had a good week. Again, hopefully the weekend goes pretty well and we'll get rid of some of this rainfall out there. Let me just go ahead and put this into motion. For those of you who have never joined us, Twitch TV, you may be a brand new subscriber. This is Weather Overtime. This is our online video weather blog where we give you ideas as to what's going on with the forecast. We are in Chattanooga, Tennessee, United States. For those of you tuning in from other places out and away from here, we cover southeast Tennessee, northwest Georgia, northeastern Alabama, DeKalb and Jackson counties there, and the farthest west county in North Carolina, Cherokee County. So if you're in this area, welcome to the show. If there's a question you have about the forecast, we'll be glad to answer what we can, and what we can't answer, we'll try to refer you to wherever you may happen to be that might help you out to understand more about what's going on. This is our opportunity to give you more weather information than we could possibly give you during a regular weathercast. When you're on TV, you're lucky to get 2.5 minutes, maybe 3. And here we can give you, again, a little bit more information over about a half an hour. We try to get on here for about 20-30 minutes at a time to give you more information. If there's a question you have about weather going on around the world, we'll do our best to get back to you on that if at all possible. If you're on Twitch, the graphic at the bottom of your screen showing the email address, that's aonic@wdef.com, which again is our website. You can find out more at that location, and you can contact us if you have a story about an idea or anything happening around the area or something we might be able to cover here. So please let us know about that. Radar for this evening, right before 10 o'clock, north of Chattanooga, picking up a little bit less in the way of rainfall at this time, but we are going to see more potential of rainfall out there. Looking down to our south, heaviest rain mainly south of Birmingham and Atlanta, but the front that is causing all of this is still on its way through. You can see kind of a line developing here right around the Mississippi River back to our west into the mid-south. That is going to be heading our direction, so we will see several more hours of rain and possibly thunderstorms. That's the bad news. The good news is that at this time, we appear to have less threat in the way of severe weather. Thunderstorms, yes, but again, severe weather purposes, we'll talk about that coming up here in just a little bit. So if you have questions, stick around and we'll keep you updated as to what is going on out there. Again, this is Weather Overtime. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austin Onick from News 12 in downtown Chattanooga, Tennessee. USA, planet Earth, North America, Milky Way galaxy, for those of you who are tuning in from way far out of town. We'll bring you more details on the forecast coming up here in just a little bit. Let's take a look and see what's going on outside thanks to that rain. And we are showing, TDOT cameras in motion, moving the cameras around a little bit at the 7524 junction. And you can see clearly some wet roadways there. Looking back toward the area where 75 meets 24 in south central Chattanooga on the TDOT SmartWay system there. Going to be seeing these wet roadways continue into tomorrow. A lot of spray being kicked up by the vehicles, so please keep that in mind if you are going to be out and about for tonight, as we see again some pretty slick conditions out there. I don't think it's dangerous per se, but I do think it is going to be not the night to go rushing around, because it is going to be slick out there with the potential of slipping and sliding around. If you've never hydroplaned before, it's just like driving on ice. And the one thing you do not want to do is go too quickly, and that could lead to a lot of long, boring conversations with your insurance agent. So please keep that in mind. Looking back toward Brainerd Road, this is looking from the camera at 7524 back toward Brainerd Road and up toward Ottawa in that area. And traffic has lightened up a lot, but we continue to see a lot of folks out and about for the evening hours. And if you're planning on traveling tonight, a little bit of extra time and a lot less speed would be a good idea. T-Dot Smartway camera from I-24 and McBrien. Everything moving along pretty well there. Right down the roadway, spray and plenty of it being kicked up at I-24 and Moore Road around the area of heading toward the 75-24 split. North of the Tennessee River, north of Chattanooga around the North Shore, mist, drizzle, and fog, some drips coming off the top of the camera cowling there, and going to be seeing more of that throughout the course of the rest of the evening from what it looks like. Around the area of Island Cove, lots of clouds. This on the EPB Fiber Optics WeatherCam network. Lake Chickamauga showing not too many folks out and about. No big surprise there. From downtown, Bailey's Heating and Air camera, almost able to see Lookout Mountain off in the distance. And we'll be seeing better conditions into tomorrow night, but we've got about 24 hours of that to come. Plainview Outdoor Advertising camera, 153 at 64 in south central areas of Chattanooga. Everything moving along pretty well. We kept the camera trained on the top of Lookout Mountain, the Patriot Concrete camera, trying to get a time lapse of the clouds and the rainfall coming through. We'll see if we can get that posted later on tonight. But looking down toward Broad Street, and a lot of folks, again, still in motion out there, even on a wet Friday night. Back to the area of 7524 from the Tomahawk Crane and Rigging camera at CHI Memorial Stadium. Looking back to the north, can't see Signal Mountain off in the distance, and right to the south of the Chattanooga Airport. Chattanooga Theater Center, Speedy's Total Car Care camera. Last night, lots of folks out and about. This evening, hardly a soul to be seen on the footbridge or down toward the North Shore, as we see little, if anything, right now in the way of ability to take a look out there. With the fog and the rain, no wonder no one's out and about. The Chattanooga Zoo Hug a Bunny camera, that event coming up in the next several days and weeks. Check out the Chattanooga Zoo camera. Also, if you're good with photography, Chattanooga Zoo holding a photo contest at the zoo in the next couple of weeks. So check the Hug a Bunny event and the photo contest out from their website or social media. From the area around the airport, temperatures have actually gone up a degree in the last hour thanks to those southerly winds. So we do have some very mild temperatures. It's cool-ish, but we're not seeing, again, a lot in the way of very chilly numbers across much of the area. Oh, this is a good one. I want to show this real quick. Just put this together tonight. This is available through the Tennessee Aquarium's website. We decided to borrow their camera as a background so you can see what's going on the Secret Reef webcam. Very cool to take a look at that. Yes, it's technically not weather related, but it's a really cool thing to look at. And if you have any plans to be out and about tomorrow, but you want to be indoors instead of out in the rain, Tennessee Aquarium, a very good place to go to take a look at all the neat stuff they have there on conservation, our rivers, our oceans, our streams. A lot of great stuff to look at. I can spend hours there just taking a look at what goes on just in and around some amazing exhibits, some great opportunities to learn more about your world. Let me see if this wasn't working earlier. So let's see, Tennessee Aquarium Penguins Rock camera, where you can see some of the penguins just kind of hanging around. Not too much swimming going on. Looks like it's nighttime, so a lot of folks there just kind of hanging around and not doing too much. Showing the storm system heading our way. Most of the bulk of this rainfall is going to go south of us, but there's going to be more rain as this system gets a little bit closer back to the west of us. What storm system? This storm system. The cold front, the area of low pressure, is going to be making its way through within the next few hours. The cold front has made its way into the mid-south, right around the Mississippi River, and then high pressure coming in, going to give us some cooler, drier conditions. Numbers out of Canada should be dropping the numbers into the weekend, so a cool forecast coming on through as we get into the weekend itself, but otherwise decently quiet for now. And then our next storm system way out west, a new atmospheric river shaping up for the west coast, and then that storm system will be affecting us by the time we get into next weekend, Thursday and Friday. We'll talk about the 7-day forecast coming up here in just a little bit. Running the numbers into tomorrow overnight, that storm system approaches, and we could see again some rumbles of thunder here, but we'll talk about severe weather in just a minute. Through about Saturday afternoon, there will be chances of rain, but it looks like most of the rainfall will be heading out of the picture as we get toward Saturday evening, and then we get into Sunday morning. Clearing skies coming through, temperatures in the 30s, sunshine, maybe a few clouds for Sunday afternoon, excellent conditions, finally getting into some dry weather for a little bit. Now, Monday morning, as high pressure comes in from the southwest, and you can see that back in the lower left-hand corner, that is where we may pick up some more clouds coming our way. If those clouds overshroud the area, it'll be chilly, but we may not drop to freezing depending on how many clouds keep the heat of the day down toward the surface. So Monday morning, we might see some frost out there, but mainly some very chilly numbers. High pressure coming into the area on Monday, and that'll keep our temperatures a little cooler than what we could be for this time of the year. Through about Tuesday morning, chilly, high pressure remains in control, so we should see partly cloudy to mostly clear skies. And then early Tuesday afternoon, temperatures a little bit warmer as high pressure moves east of us. Again, air around high pressure rotates clockwise, so we will be seeing more warm temperatures coming through as we get into the early part of next week, but a bit of a downturn in the numbers as we head into the latter half of the weekend. Again, doesn't does not look like too much of a problem for now, and here's hoping it stays that way. All right, 7-day forecast with Lake Chickamauga and the Island Cove Marina and Resort camera in the background. Going to be seeing the temperatures into the weekend fairly mild for Saturday. The numbers toward Sunday morning, chilly in the mid to upper 30s, lower 50s. That's below normal. Normal for this time of the year is about the lower 60s, so we'll bounce back to that on Monday, and then very much above normal, very comfortable for most of the rest of next week. By the time we hit about Friday, Thursday night into Friday of next week, that is where we see the potential of maybe some more possible problems with showers and thunderstorms from that next storm system coming in from off the west coast. That's several more days out. In between here and there, we've got the weekend. We've got, again, the very mild numbers. So next week looks absolutely excellent coming on through. Now, the other thing is this. Again, why we're still doing this, I have no idea. But don't forget to change your clocks forward 1 hour as we go toward Sunday. Daylight saving time kicks back in once again. While we're at it, don't forget to, number one, change the batteries in your smoke detector. And number two, no matter what time of year it is, no matter which time change it is, it's always a good idea to remember to get your smoke detector batteries changed. And then also get your batteries in the weather radio that you have changed so that you have that battery backup just in case we get into a severe weather situation and the power goes out. Let's be safe. Go ahead and get that taken care of this weekend. Good opportunity to learn more about that at our website. But again, please remember, when you change the clocks forward, change the batteries out in your smoke detector and your weather radio. So remember, please, let's be careful out there. Just one more way you can stay safe. Don't really have much of a lot of anything else to talk about for tonight. It is, for all intents and purposes, very quiet. Let me take a look again at severe weather purposes. Here's the good news. We're over here in the Tennessee River Valley area, and then we get down. The possibility of severe weather was a little bit higher yesterday, to where the threat of even a marginal threat was much closer to us. That is not the case tonight. Now the threat is well down south of Atlanta and Birmingham. The highest threat down toward the Gulf Coast area with that yellow polygon. That is the slight risk category. And again, out of the 5 categories that we have for severe weather, this is not a severe weather outbreak, but the main threat is back to the south and west of Atlanta, all the way down to Mobile, and right back almost into the Gulfport, Orange Beach area, Dauphin Island. That is where we're going to be seeing the main potential for severe weather, and that is for later on tonight. Into tomorrow, the pale green that you see, that is the potential of just generic thunderstorms. And then the dark green color coming just about up to the News 12 counties, that is a marginal threat of severe weather. Again, not a severe weather outbreak. The main threat, Columbia, Augusta, Macon, Warner Robins, south and east of Atlanta. That will be the worst possibility of severe weather in that slight risk category. And then as we go into Sunday, threat of severe weather is over with. Some thunderstorms down around Miami, Alligator Alley, back toward the Everglades and up toward Cape Kennedy, but that's going to be about it. We're going to be seeing some quiet conditions for the rest of the weekend. Now, we did have a wind advisory in effect for northeastern Alabama. That has been canceled. We have a wind advisory for southeastern Monroe County in Tennessee in the News 12 viewing area. Again, that's east of Chattanooga, but that is where we could see some problems there. Blount, Sevier, Cock, and Greene counties, Tennessee, have a high wind warning in effect. That's winds of 50, 55 miles per hour plus. So Maryville, Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, Weirs Valley into around Gatlinburg could see some fairly windy and wet conditions there. So please keep that in mind. Now, we also had, past tense, a flood watch in effect for northeastern Alabama. Those counties have been dropped, but we do have northern Georgia under a flood watch, for some places picking up 2 to 4 inches of rainfall. So please remember, never drive through water-covered roadways. It sounds silly maybe to you, but if it saves people's lives, I'm all for it. Turn around, don't drown. That's one of the best ways I've seen the National Weather Service get information to people, to say, you know what, you don't know what's in that water, you don't know how fast it's moving, you don't even know if the roadway is still there. Turn around, find another way to get to where you're going. The convenience of plowing into a water-filled low road area and then getting swept away by that to where you might lose your life, anything that can discourage people from doing that, I'm all for it. I think it's a great idea. So if you see a water-covered roadway in any of these areas, don't drive through it. Find another way to get to where you're going. But that right there is very good news, that we don't have anything in the way of major severe weather heading on through. This is one of the final days for the Carolinas Severe Weather Awareness Week going on. We cover, again, Cherokee County in western North Carolina, and your Severe Weather Awareness Week comes to an end tomorrow. Appropriately, the topic for Friday is floods and flash floods. So if you'd like to know more about this, head to our website at wdef.com/weather, and would love to know more about what you see out there for severe weather, and some great information from the National Weather Service there. Don't forget that if you'd like to be a observer, Coco Ross, we could use some new volunteers out there, and all you have to do to sign up is go to their website, cocorahs.org, or you can go to our website at wdef.com/weather to give you more information about a great program. You observe how much rain, snow, hail has come down in a particular area, and your data can help scientists and hydrologists and meteorologists and climatologists study what goes on between the major recording stations. That extra data can help when it comes to making forecasts, understanding climate change, understanding flash floods. So if you'd like to become a volunteer, now's the time to do it, because each March, Coco Ross has a competition to see which state can recruit the most new observers. This year, the competition is known as the Precipitation Absurdity, and Tennessee has never won this. Now, at last check, Tennessee was number 2, right behind Minnesota, for the number of new Coco Ross volunteers. So no matter where you are and watching this tonight on Facebook or Twitch, this is your opportunity to sign up. This is a great program to where you may not have a degree in meteorology, but that doesn't mean you can't help out. Citizen science, again, does not mean you have to have a PhD in a particular field. You can participate, and this is a great way to actually do that. So please consider becoming a Coco Ross or a Skywarn volunteer. There's meetings on that coming up in the next few weeks. Don't forget that the National Weather Service in Nashville is holding their Weather 101 presentation starting up in a couple of weeks, about 11 days from now. Tuesday the 19th, they'll be talking about radar at 10 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday the 19th. Other topics are coming up as well. All you have to do is go to the National Weather Service website for their Weather 101 program, and you can find out more, again, at our website, wdef.com/weather. And the first one of the March training session opportunities, again, Tuesday, March 19th, 10 o'clock Central Daylight Time, from the National Weather Service. Had the opportunity to go down to Lafayette High School in Georgia today. Had a great time down there talking to some of their special ed classes about severe weather. Had a great time answering questions from the faculty, the staff. Thank you to the principal for the warm welcome. And thanks to everybody, Mrs. Rowley, for inviting me down to talk to the classes. If you'd like to have one of our weather personnel in your classroom, our weather experts would be glad to visit, but you have to invite us. We don't just show up, which is kind of a little on the weird side. Go to wdef.com/weather for the Food City Weather in the Classroom program. We would love to appear. Please give us a shout, and we'd love to show up and talk to your students or your faculty or whomever about weather. If you've got a summer camp program, we would love to be able to participate in that. So please stop by and let us know more about that as well. For our friendinroofing.com weather poll of the day, under the right conditions during a wild forest grass fire, a tornado-like spiral of fire is called what? And it's not an actual tornado, but all the ascending air going upwards can shape a whirlwind and get the fire into that, so where you have a flaming, what looks like tornado-like spiral. What do you call that? Fire whirls, fire cyclone, a flaming vortex, or a big spinny, fiery, twisty thing, which kind of dismays me that 32% of you voted for that, even though that was not an actual term. The actual term is fire whirl. So thanks to everybody for voting in our friendinroofing.com web poll of the day. A new poll will go up at midnight and stick around for the rest of the weekend at wdef.com/vote now if you'd like to take a look and see what's coming up there. I'd love to be able to have you stop by and take a look there. Don't forget, coming up in the next few weeks, Marion County, Tennessee, west of Chattanooga, in just about 2 weeks, just shy of that, Thursday, March 21st, 6 p.m. at the Lawson Building in Jasper, Tennessee. Weather.gov/MRX. Register for a seat so that the National Weather Service knows how many people are going to show up. That same day, taught by the National Weather Service in Peachtree City, Georgia, in Calhoun, Georgia, at Gordon County Fire Department HQ, Gordon County, Georgia. That same day in the morning, 9:30 to 11:30 a.m., that'll be the Skywarn training session, and these will be some of the last ones for this time of the year. The next time we'll see more of these Skywarn sessions being taught will be about roughly Halloween into Thanksgiving. That'll be the best time to catch up on what's going on. But if you can't join any of these meetings because of schedule conflicts or whatever, all you have to do is go to website for meteorological education. A lot of great continuing education credits here. Go to METED, Meteorological Education, from the COMET program at the University Corporation for Atmospheric Research at www.meted.ucar.edu. And that, again, will be your best opportunity to take this Skywarn courses available at your own pace, at your own convenience. Take the course, pass the. It's totally free. You do have to register, but that's not a problem, because then they can send you your certificate electronically so that you can show the National Weather Service that you've taken and passed the course, and then you can register with your local National Weather Service wherever you happen to be, not just in this area around News 12 in Chattanooga, but wherever you happen to be. Take the course, become a Skywarn spotter, learn to know what to look for when severe weather hits, and then you can help everybody stay safe by becoming a Skywarn spotter whenever you want to. Great opportunity really to do so here, so please consider doing that. And you can learn a lot more on that through their website or through our website if you'd like to stop by and take a look. Think that should just about do it for tonight. Well, okay, one more thing wanted to take a look at here real quick. Let me see if I've still got it lined up. Yes, we do. All right, one more webcam for tonight. This is the view for, and a lot of you are going to say, who cares? This is Topeka, Kansas, where they got some rain and snow. That's Interstate 70, and that is Wanamaker Road. My house, where my mom still lives, is over this direction, off this camera view by about a mile or so off of 10th Street. And I'm showing this to you because this is my home stomping territory. Very familiar with this area. Heading that way on I-70, you head out toward western Kansas, and the next stop, pretty much big city-wise, is basically Denver, Colorado. Beautiful area, the Flint Hills out that direction. And I mention this for tonight because I want to say happy birthday. Turning 85 today, was born the same year that the Wizard of Oz debuted from MGM. No, that is not me. That is my son Tristan when he was about 6 years old. That's a park bench at a location in Memphis. My mom, Carolyn, her 85th birthday, would like to say happy birthday to her. She does not have email, social media, any of that stuff. She doesn't even have a computer. So if you'd like to say happy birthday to her, go to my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram page, anything like that, and say happy birthday, and I'll print off that stuff and send them along to her. But I wanted to say happy birthday, Mom. Love you very much. Thank you very much for all of your help over the years. And again, nice to be able to say happy birthday to you on this, even though we're trying to get her to move down here to be nearby us in Chattanooga. That would be really cool, but she prefers to stay up around Topeka, and I can't blame her. So nice to be able to see her chugging along, and love you very much, Mom. Thank you very much for everything out there. That should do it for tonight. I think we're pretty much done with everything. Daniel Gray checking in this evening. Welcome to the show, checking in on Facebook. Thanks for stopping by and saying hello. And thanks to everybody on Twitch. Nice to have all the new followers out there. And nice to be able to have this opportunity to talk about weather on our schedule, and thanks to everybody, the brand new followers, for signing up on that. That should do it for tonight. We'll go ahead and send things back to regular programming. We've got about 45 minutes from the time we finish recording now to News 12 at 11. You can watch anytime online at WDEF.com if you'd like to tune in and see what's going on. We've been on here now for just about half an hour. Didn't realize that we had that much to talk about for tonight, but nice to have you along regardless for that. We'll have more details through the weekend, again, at our website for more. Meteorologist Todd Heislip will be here Saturday and Sunday nights at 11 o'clock, so be sure to stop by for more on that. And, of course, we will have more on the website through the weekend. I believe Andrew Harrison will be working the news desk on Sunday night at 11 o'clock, so tune in for that. And, of course, I'll be back again on Monday, keeping you updated on what's going on with the weather on the weather desk and also here at Weather Overtime. So again, thank you very much for tuning in for tonight. Live and direct from downtown Chattanooga, Tennessee, USA, I'm Chief Meteorologist Austin Onek. This has been the Friday evening edition of Weather Overtime. Again, a big thanks for joining us at any point in time this week. Here's hoping you have a safe and happy weekend. Remember, as Sergeant Phil used to say, let's be careful out there. Keep it tuned throughout the weekend for more with News 12 on air and online. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week.